IGCSE Business A Star Tips. Welcome back. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Also, I have my own YouTube channel called Crazy IGCSE, so you can go and subscribe there as well. Here I teach biology, maths, physics, ESL, business, economics, and accounting. So the first part is knowledge. The knowledge of the key concept and theories, it makes up 40% of your final grade. So it is important to have knowledge on all the keyword concepts in this syllabus. It's useful to learn short definitions and an example for each of the keywords on the syllabus so that you will be able to remember it during the exam. Application. It's all about applying your concepts and theory to the case study mentioned in the question. It takes up 20% of your final grade. So, for example, if the case study is regarding the manufacturing of a phone, so you need to include those manufacturing parts of a phone into your answer, linking it with the knowledge. So, paper 1 and 2 have questions based on fictional businesses, and these questions require you to use the knowledge of the theoretical concepts and know how to link the questions to the case study. The examiner will reward points for the application, and that's how you will be able to apply the theoretical knowledge to the business in the case study. Application points are rewarded when examiners can see how students are applying their knowledge to the case study in the paper and come up with practical answers. However, students forget to show this link or application process between the knowledge and the information in the question. As a result, they lose their marks. It's really helpful to underline the keywords specific to the business as you read the case study. For this reason, when students answer questions, it's critical to go back and review that information. To show the application skills, the students should link their answers, theories, and explanation to the business in the case study question. Then is analysis. This assessment objective analysis makes up 25% of your grade. It's all about explaining the effect of that problem which is having an issue or a business. The students are unable to show this level of analysis, and that's why the examiner will have to cut marks of how a positive or negative impact affects the business is not shown. Beginning sentences with this means that or this will impact the business positively because shows that the students have analyzed which action or decision has affected the business and why. Evaluation, it makes up 15% of your grade and it's a very difficult assessment criteria. Examiners grade answers on the basis of the evaluation students provide. The student should justify why that particular decision has been made when answering the question. When answering the question, that asks the student to evaluate, the student needs to show why that decision is better than the other and in which way. By using answering technique shown below, although decision A results in a lower short-term cost, decision B will rapidly increase the income and allow greater profitability in the long term. So here you are able to justify your answer by evaluation. Then is how many marks are allocated for each question. So when you're writing your answer, you need to check how many marks are evaluated for that question you're answering. So it'll be given on the right hand side at the end of the question, and the marks will give the student an idea of how much detail they need to put into their answers. A 1 mark question will mostly ask the student just to define or give an example of a keyword. If there are 2 marks, the student will have to define and explain it. Time management. The management is a critical factor in paper 1 just because the idea that paper 1 has short answers and data response questions, it makes it easier to assume that managing time in this paper will be a piece of cake. On the contrary, it is this illusion that makes the examination tricky. The questions may require short answers or data responses from students, but very often the students forget that they have to answer the question based on the assessment objective and the marks allocated. This will take time and effort. So you need to practice on your own how to answer the questions within the given time. Showing calculations. In paper 1, the student will come across various questions which will require him or her to do the calculations based on the problems provided. It's important that the students show their full working and calculation steps to get their full allocated marks. Making handy tools to remember key concepts. You could make flashcards and short notes to help remember and understand keywords and concepts which will benefit the students. You need to get into the habit of highlighting the key terms and question words in the question which will help students answer to that point. You could also use study planners to keep track of progress and chapters studied will help organize students. Instead of study planners, you could also download apps which have planners in it. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.